Greetings everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope you're doing great today. I'm Lady Starfire and today I want to bring you some more witchy tips. So today I want to talk to you about superstitions, or as my husband likes to refer to them, superstitions, because a lot of them really have no real validity, okay? They all have sources, but maybe it's an actual thing and maybe it's not. So it'll be for you to judge. So today I want to bring you some information about some different ones, some of the main ones that are out there, and tell you where they originated from and kind of let you choose for yourself if you think it's something to worry about or not. So one of the first ones is breaking a mirror. Okay. I've had several people recently that are freaking out because they broke a mirror and now they're going to have 7 years bad luck, or maybe they broke it a while back and things are happening. Okay, well, things happen whether you broke a mirror or not. Now, there are things that you can do that are supposed to help fix the problem, whatever. You can take a piece of the mirror out that was broken, reflect the full moon in the mirror is supposed to help. There's a lot of different things, okay? So, but there's a place that it originated. Yeah. One of the things is during a certain time period, mirrors were very expensive, okay? So it took time to save up the money to be able to buy one. And so therefore, if you broke one, that was very bad luck for you because it was very expensive. And it was figured that on average, it took an average family about 7 years to save up the money to buy another one. Okay. So, but originally, even before that, it goes back to ancient Rome and Greek, where they believed that one's reflection in a pool of water had mysterious powers and reflected a person's soul. Okay. Some years later, they made mirrors by polishing, some certain metals, and which once again was expensive to do. But they also believed that it was a god's, their god's access to your soul, and therefore breaking or damaging in any kind of way was like being disrespectful to the gods. After making them out of polished metal, they used mercury behind the glass to create that reflection, which made it extremely fragile and very easy to break. Not to mention nowadays we know that mercury was really dangerous. Okay, so breaking them had a lot of issues there. So once again, in those that believed that it was the God's way of observing and viewing your soul, breaking one was just very bad luck, very disrespectful to the gods. They can no longer view you, and they feel like you no longer wanted to have that connection with them. Now, this could be renewed because the body and the organs and things within the body was known to renew itself every 7 years. Okay, so these are some of the different things that go along with mirrors. A lot of the Greek Roman stuff was 2,500, 3,000 years ago. Okay, so like I said, judge for yourself, on whether it's bad luck or not, or if it's just, man, that really sucks. I broke my favorite mirror. Okay. So anyway, so that's that one. All right. Next is walking under ladders. Now, my viewpoint on walking under a ladder is it can be dangerous because somebody could drop something on your head, paint bucket, tools, whatever. So there's my viewpoint on it, just personally. Other than that, it goes back to ancient Egypt times, where they would put a ladder leaning up against a wall, okay, inside the tombs. It was thought that this is one where spirits reside is in this part here. So you've got your wall, you've got your ladder, so you have this pyramid shape. The ladder also was for the spirit to choose to ascend up the ladder, okay, to the heaven. Walking underneath disturbs the spirits that are, in that space. And so they felt it was very bad luck to disturb spirits. And in disturbing spirits, you need to understand that, not all spirits are always good spirits. And even good spirits can get upset when you disturb them, but there can also be evil spirits there. And so, anything that makes a pyramid shape was very sacred to the Egyptians. And so, this is where this one came from. So, once again, decide for yourself what you think and whether it's bad luck or not. And is it due to spirits that may reside there, or is it more the mundane reason? Okay, so, all right. So, what about spilling salt, throwing a pinch over your left shoulder? What do you think about that one? So, this actually dates back all the way to the Sumerian times. Salt was a very big commodity, and it was a very expensive commodity. And so the thought of spilling it or wasting any of it was felt was, one, wasteful. It was disrespectful to the gods. We notice a lot of things are disrespectful to the gods and would anger them, and therefore they felt there would be bad luck. So they would then throw it over their left shoulder to try to rectify this. So the other part of this is that supposedly the devil or evil spirits, whatever, reside over your left shoulder. You ever seen the little angel and the devil type? So they're always looking for an invitation. So spilling the salt, it was seen as giving an invitation to something evil. So by throwing the salt over your left shoulder, you're also throwing it in the face of evil, okay? Hence blinding them where they can't see and they can't, now come and rain upon you, okay? So, this is where the whole thing of throwing, the salt over the left shoulder comes from is, making up for spilling it, not leaving a door open, and go away evil, okay? Okay, so next we're going to talk about black cats. Black cats get a really bad rap, okay? It's the color of their hair, all right? Their skin is white, their hair is black. If it's a white cat, they've got dark colored skin, okay? So, but let's get into why they're deemed as bad luck. Well, it mostly goes back to the time of, where they thought witches, okay? And witches could turn themselves into black cats so that they could lurk in the dark in the night, to run off to their coven and worship the devil and do all that crap that they thought they did, okay? So, therefore black cats were always bad luck. If it crossed your path, you were being hexed by the witch, whatever, okay? It's a black cat. And we just love them, okay, like all other cats. But, I love my black cats. So, anyway, yes, it was, but to a lot of places, it was recognized as something evil, something dangerous, something of the devil, all of these sorts of things, okay? Even in 16th century Italy, all right, they felt that black cats were associated with death, all right? So, the only way that I feel like it's bad luck for a black cat or any other cat, in that opinion, to cross in front of you is if they don't get all the way across and you hit them. And then it's bad luck for the cat, okay? And for you, because then you have to live with the fact that you hit a cat. So, anyway, once again, decide for yourself. Hey, let me know down in the comments about your superstitions, okay? The ones that I talk about, or if you have other ones, because, there's lots of them out there. I may not have heard of some of yours. So please feel free to leave it in the comments and let me know which ones you believe in and why, maybe. Okay, is it just because it's passed down, or is there a reason behind it? And while you're at it, hit that like, subscribe, and share for me. Okay, so, all right, back to all the superstitions. I have plenty more of them to go, guys. All right, so, okay, next one is knocking on wood. Okay, now, this was an ancient pagan thing, possibly from the Celts. Really haven't been able to find out exactly where that one originated. But, you say something and maybe, you know how sometimes you put something out there and you think, hey, don't want to tempt fate, so knock on wood because this didn't happen or something. It was believed that there were gods and spirits that live in the trees. And this is asking for good favor from them, okay, as opposed to having bad luck. And so it was just one of those things that, in doing that, you're calling on them to aid you or keep from bad things happening. Okay, so that was a pretty simple one, and I can relate to that one because there are tree spirits. All right, not sure about the gods residing in them. I'm sure, maybe, but there are definitely tree spirits. If you don't believe me, go hug a tree and see if you don't feel it hugging you back. Okay. Next, we have things that come in threes. Now, this gets listed as a bad luck superstition. The reason is that people don't pay any attention to the good things that happen in threes. They only pay attention to the bad things that happen in threes. 3 deaths, 3 wrecks, 3 this, 3 something, because anytime like a star dies, you're going to say, well, there's going to be 2 more. Okay. So yes, 3 things do come in threes, but try to pay attention to the good things, not just the bad things. Okay. Because that one is not a superstition. It is so true. Things do come in threes. All right. But there's also good things that can come in threes, not just bad. So, try to look on the positive side of things instead of letting everything negative rule. Okay. So think about it. What good things have maybe happened in threes for you? Pop it down in the comments. Let me know. Okay. Now this one is an interesting one. I never looked it up until recently to see if it has some validity or if it was just something that my ex-mother-in-law used to say. But I learned about this when I was 21 years old. I was driving from Texas down to Houston for a trip, and I had left, realized I forgot something I really needed, turned around and went back to the house. Well, I get there, and she's like, you have to sit down, raise your feet up off the ground, and count to 30 before you leave. And I'm like, I don't have time for that. I got to get down there because I got a plane to catch. And so I didn't do it, and I left. Well, I got a ticket. Now, was the ticket my fault because I was speeding? Yep. Would I have gotten it anyway? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe the cop wouldn't have been there had I not gone back. Who knows? Okay. So it's just one of those things. Now, in doing some research, because like I said, I never knew if that was just one of those things that she said or if it actually held some truth to it. It actually originated in Poland. And it was thought that in doubling back any kind of spirits or whatever, that were there, you double back, you get back in their path, they follow you back. Well, if you go and stay, they go along their merry way. But if you go and leave again, they follow you and bring about bad luck. So by taking the time to sit, raise your feet above the floor, and you count to 30, they then go, okay, they're staying home and wander off. Okay? So this is where it actually originates. Now, as far as I know, she wasn't Polish. She may have had some Polish descent. I have no idea. Don't know where she learned it from, but yeah, well, that one kind of stuck in my head now, so I try. I try not to just have to turn around and go back home. But if I do, yeah, well, I had bad luck from that one, even though, yes, I could pass it off as just me, but who knows? Why take chances on that one, right? Doesn't take long to, you're talking about 30 seconds. We all can take 30 seconds. Anyway, what do you think about that one? Have you ever found that to happen to you? So anyway, pop that one in the comments too, okay? Like I said, just curious on that. Like I said, I've dealt with that one now for 40-something years. So anyway, just curious. So let me know what you think. Okay, next we have cameras, pictures. What do you think? It started with the Native Americans, as far as I know, that having your picture taken, they wouldn't allow it because they felt like it could steal your soul or their soul. There are still some people today that kind of believe the same thing. Now, I don't know about it being able to steal your soul. It can capture a whole lot of images in it, but that picture can be used by someone to work magic against you. Just like using your name, your blood, your hair, all those sorts of things, your image is also very powerful. All right. Think about the next time you want to stick it all over social media and stuff, who might get a hold of it that you really wish wouldn't. So that one is one of those to definitely think about. Okay. Because, not necessarily just the bad luck part, but, there are some things that can be done that could be bad. All right. So think about it and let me know what you think about it. Okay. So next we have the number 13. How many of you worry about Friday the 13th and things of the sort? We don't do the 13th floor, all these things. So for certain groups, some is Christian, some is some of the other ones, 12 was the magic number there. Okay. So, Jesus had 12 apostles. There were 12 gods of Olympus. There's 12 months. There's 12 zodiacs. So, all these 12s and 13 just seem to not matter, okay? Because it didn't associate to anything. Of course, when we think back to it, because, there's also the thing of 13 and a coven. Well, if you go back to those 12 apostles and Jesus, how many you got? Guess what? 13, coven, Mary Magdalene was the high priestess. So there you go. Anyway, so that kind of disassociates some of those things. There was a mass arrest of the Knights of the Templar on Friday the 13th. So that's probably where that one came from, besides just having the number. So, why is the 13th of any other day not a big deal? It's only Friday. So, probably because it only happens every once in a while and it just makes it more mystic, right? Next, we have the number 4. Why the number 4? I was kind of surprised on this one. My daughter actually brought this one up to me because she studies other countries a lot and languages and things. Well, for one, in about 4 of the Asian countries, with Japan, China, Taiwan, and Korea, I believe, part of their word is the same as the word for the number 4. Okay, it associates with dead or death. So it's SI, all right, for us, and it has a different little thingy on the top. One's a little line, I think the other one's a little V. I'm not going to try to pronounce it. I listened. I'm just not going to take a chance on messing it up. But even though dead or death has, that the SI plus something else, that first part is the same as the way the number 4 is pronounced. Now, my thing is, why didn't they just change the word for number 4? But instead, they don't like the number 4. If there's 4 people in the household, they will rush to have another baby or something to make it 5. Or they will stop at 3. So that they don't have that number 4, because to them it means that somebody has to die so that you don't have 4. Okay? So because it's just associated with that. Now there's other cultures that don't like the number 4 because it is the only number that creates a crossroads. Okay? So where the 4 comes down and it crosses, it creates a crossroads. And, of course, the crossroads are connected with Papa Legba, Hecate, but, there's also the thing of demons and making pacts and all that kind of stuff at the crossroads. So people avoid the number 4. So anyway, that's one for you to research if you like, see what you think about it. And, does number 4 bother you, or is it all good? Now, lastly, we have 666. How many of you went, ooh, she said it? Okay. My answer to that is, how do you know it wasn't 999? All right. So anyway, there you go. That's my joke. Actually, any triple digit is an angelic number. Okay. The whole reason that they try to make 666 so bad and everything is because it is the number associated with the archangel Lucifer. All right. Now, the number talks about self-love. Balance. Let's just do it again. You know, the 666 number actually deals with self-love, balance, and refocusing. All right. Now, back to Lucifer. Within the Christian community, Lucifer, Satan, the devil is all one. And it's just simply not true. All right. Satan and Lucifer were both archangels. Okay. Satan is more of a, what we call a prosecutor. All right. Where it's like, it's a temptation. Can I tempt you to do something? Yeah. So yeah, they associate that with the devil. The devil is a Christian concept. Okay. Lucifer, once again, was one of the, archangels. And so there's some misconception here, or maybe it's true, but there are things that you can research that actually associates Lucifer with Jesus being one and the same. They're both referred to as the morning star. So go check it out. There's lots of things that you really need to research, okay? Learn for yourself. Don't just listen to what I say. Take this information and then go research it and leave me some comments on what you think, okay? What superstitions have you been brought up with? Is there some that are different than I talked about? Leave them for us, okay? And let me know what you think about these. And did I help dispel any of them for you? Okay. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I appreciate you being here and watching my videos. Don't forget, if you would like to become a member of my channel and help support my channel, click that little join button. There's 3 different levels that you can join. And it does help me to continue to do all of this and hopefully one day upgrade my mic to a better one. I just can't afford one just yet. So anyway, I appreciate you being here. I hope everyone has a wonderful day, wonderful life, and enjoy the spring coming around. And if you're watching this at another time, enjoy that season as well. You know, we get them all, so we might as well enjoy them. So until the next time, everyone, have a wonderful and blessed day, blessed week, blessed month, and blessed year. And until the next time, blessed be.